Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Caitlyn.
Hi, creepy people.
Oh, hello.
Hello. This is P&W Haunts and Homicides, where we chat about true crime, how frequently I bite my lip, also the paranormal, and I don't know, some other stuff too.
A lot of other spooky stuff in the Pacific Northwest.
Yes, P&W, if you're nasty.
We also talk about some tarot at the end of the episode. We do a little card pull just for a little deeper insight into our topic for the day.
Yeah, that's true.
It's fun.
Yeah, sometimes I take a brief break from chewing on my own face to do that.
I was going to say your lip chewing is kind of like true crime and paranormal.
I don't know about that, but
Cannibalism.
yeah. Oh, goodness.
Ooh, hopefully that's not
about
in your
cannibalism.
story today.
No.
Okay, good. So I can't handle it today.
No cannibalism. Actually, that's one that I haven't really covered frequently. It doesn't come up in a lot of my cases.
I feel like it did come up.
It has, but
Okay.
it's one of my no-nos. So
Yeah.
So I kind of tend to, I guess, gravitate towards other things.
Yeah, the only cannibalism we like is like the Kesha song, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Exactamundo. I just realized I'm still all zipped up.
In your tracksuit.
I was going to say, what did you call this earlier? Tracksuit. I'm basically just wearing pajamas. These are pajamas, okay?
It's a tracksuit. you guys.
Whatever. Okay, you're making it sound worse than it is.
It's
I just
an early
wanted to-
2000s tracksuit. I'm surprised it's not bright pink.
Oh my God, I hate you. I hate you and Chris because he said, does it say juicy on the ass?
I love it. They're coming back. You're
Yeah.
very in fashion right now.
I never had a juicy tracksuit.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I wasn't that cool.
I feel like this isn't the point in my life where I'm going to start either, you know? Like,
I had like a pair of the pink sweatpants that said pink on the butt
Oh,
from
yeah.
Victoria's Secret, but that was it.
yeah. Yeah.
And they were like low rise, so they didn't even fit on my butt because my
Yeah.
butt is big, fat, juicy.
Well, and I think at the point where that was really, really popular, that's when I worked at the Victoria's Secret at the mall.
Oh,
So I got all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
thongs 5 for 25.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, it was like 10 for 25 sometimes. It was just like,
Yeah.
we'll pay you to take them.
Please, we have too many.
Yeah.
Extra small.
Extra small. Butt floss.
Oh man.
Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to show I'm trying desperately to get it in frame. Anyways, this is one of the shirts that I made for an event, and we had a couple of people comment on Patreon recently that they're like, where can I get that shirt? And I was like, oh, I guess technically you can, because I just signed it. And it was like partially a design that Caitlyn did, and I like did some other little like tweaky things to it and ordered it for myself.
They're so cute. Eventually we'll get them up for people. We just need time to figure it out.
Yeah, I commented on Patreon though, actually, that I was going to try to make like an official, get my shit together basically and make an official like announcement and let people know. I was thinking we should do I keep wanting to call it like a pre-order, but it's, I mean, I guess technically a pre-order, but also not. But just do like a limited merch run for the Patreon and put this bad boy in there.
I think they have a spot on Patreon that
They
is
do.
like for merch.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was thinking I might try to do that. And I basically just have people sign up and let us know if they want their.
If you want one, because we don't want to print a bunch if nobody wants them. But they're so cute.
They're super cute.
You should have told me. I would have worn mine today. Well, I'm kind of cold, so I'm in a sweater.
I was going to say.
I almost brought my heated blanket and I'm kind of regretting it.
Oh, I think I have a heating pad if it gets desperate. So
Yeah, we were just talking about that I have a headache and it feels good when my head is cold, but not when the rest of my body is cold.
Yeah, it's a complicated situation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where my migraine people's at.
Cheers.
Cheers. Pour one out
to migraine
for your brain. I just wanted to say before I actually get started with the case at the episode today, this is one that I think I teased like, I don't know, months ago, because I did another case that kind of had to do with a similar topic. And I didn't really go in depth about this specifically, but I'd been wanting to do it for a while. And then for a little while, it was like, oh, this is going to be a bonus episode. And then there was a lot more than I thought. And here we are. So I've hinted at this topic before. I don't know if anybody remembers. I barely remember. So yeah, you know what it is also. So
I don't remember.
Yeah. I know.
You said it earlier today probably, and I don't remember. So, I remember.
Goldfish brain. I don't think you do because
maybe I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're thinking of the other one.
Oh.
The one that we were talking about doing with one of our potty besties.
I am thinking of that one.
Yeah. I'm not doing that one.
So I have no clue what this is exciting. Like I never really know.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up and get to it.
Get to it. I know. Yeah. That's the one thing. I have some screenshots of a couple of like comments and reviews that have come in recently from people who clearly need to find a documentary to watch.
Right. Yes.
Not everybody loves the banter. And to that I say, we perhaps are not the podcast for you.
Should we banter for 10 more minutes before we start just to piss those people off?
Oh my gosh. Well, they're already pissed off. Somebody, and this is really funny, I really do think maybe when we do the tarot, I will pull up the screenshot and actually read it. Because like it was a very specifically like it sounded like she was our mom and she was disappointed. And there were some very specific like guidelines and like these are your action items and I'll check back.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is this the one you showed me the other day?
Yeah, I think so. And you were like, that's not going to happen, but thank you.
You could start a podcast. Look, if you don't like our podcast, start your own.
Yeah.
Or find one of the other millions that doesn't talk.
You guys, it's like a really inexpensive hobby and or business to start. I just feel like everyone should do it.
Or like you said, find a documentary, find something else. It's fine if you don't like us. You don't have to stay here.
Yeah. I mean, we hope you do.
We hope our creepy people who love us stay here.
Yeah. Honestly, like whatever you can do to help us with our, download numbers and retention rate would be great. Okay, well, I feel like now we've sorted out the riffraff who isn't in it to win it with us. So
that's okay.
We can move on.
You can move it and lose it. Move it and lose it.
Oh, love it.
I have a question for you.
Oh.
Your chandelier is boring.
Oh, shit. It is. I mean, you can't really see it in the shot, but it isn't doing anything pretty or interesting. So I should probably... Okay, wait, hold on. That's just like too much pink. It's all the same color now.
Pink.
I fucked it up real bad. There we go.
I like it.
I like this. This is what I did last night.
Nice.
Yeah. Sometimes I use The Office for non-podcast things, and then I change it to like normal color light. So sometimes it just turns on like normal light bulb color.
Boring.
I know. Okay. In July of 2016, a 31-year-old man was sentenced to 6 months in jail and 5 years of probation after pleading not guilty to several charges before the Washington County Court in Hillsboro, Oregon.
Ooh, Hillsboro.
Yeah.
We know her.
I know.
It's only 6 months?
Yeah.
So probably wasn't that bad of a crime, right?
You might argue. I guess we'll see. No, I think that's kind of exactly the reaction I would expect you to have.
Okay.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
Oh, no.
He was found guilty by the jury of 5 counts of unlawful dissemination of an intimate image, though it should be noted that he will not be required to register as a sex offender. And to be honest, I think that's at least one fuck up in this case. Aside from just him as a person, the perpetrator. because he's
Oh,
definitely a fuck up of a human.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty serious.
Yeah, sure is. I mean, you wouldn't know it based on the sentencing,
Right.
but I'm glad you picked it. You picked it right up. I was putting it down. You picked it up. You get it.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could be here for you to pick
Thank
up your
you.
things.
Pick up my things. Always cleaning up after this bitch.
That is my job, just
Yeah.
to clean up after people. So
Yeah, there
I'm
you
a
go.
pro.
Nailed it. Benjamin Jay Barber of Hillsborough was also ordered not to contact his victim or her family. How nice.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, great. Judge Beth Roberts also ordered him to attend a survivors impact panel. Hopefully they just duct tape him to the chair and gag him for maximum impact, I think.
Right. So he doesn't speak during it or
Yeah.
interrupt or.
Exactly. And I know probably some people are like, but Caitlyn, what about the Geneva Convention? What about it?
Who's Geneva? I never
Yeah.
even heard of her.
Never heard of her. I don't think that's technically torture. I don't know.
Is that the thing where you can, like, shouldn't torture people?
Yeah. It's basically the code of conduct, or, you know, the rules of engagement for
Right.
conflict.
But like the
for
military
war,
can do it.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of outlines basically like, hey, so it's not super chill when you, like, I don't know, go after like unarmed civilians and stuff.
Yeah. That doesn't sound cool.
I don't know anywhere in the world that that's happening right now.
No, me neither.
Certainly not being funded by all of the largest corporations.
The world is hard right now, you guys.
Yeah, the world, it's a tough place. Yeah. And then you chose to listen to this. So, oh boy. At the time of his conviction, he was believed to be amongst the first of a very elite group of creeps to be charged under Oregon House Bill 2596, which states that it provides that a person who records another person's intimate areas commits a crime of invasion of privacy. Because no duh.
Cha.
But somehow we have to codify everything that should be basic human decency, so that when some gross ass douche canoe acts against others within the community, they can be punished.
I mean, if they have to put like warning labels, like don't put this firework on your head.
Don't eat the Tide Pod.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
I feel like I'm not that surprised.
Yeah. I don't see it getting a whole lot better. So, which is why we can't have nice things.
I want to keep my nice body parts to me, thank you.
Yeah.
Unless I decide to show them.
Yeah.
Which I might.
Yeah. OnlyFans. The House Bill summary further states that the amendment to ORS 163.700 creates crime of unlawful dissemination of an intimate image. It punishes by maximum of 1 year's imprisonment, a $6,250 fine, or both for first offense, and 5 years imprisonment, $125,000 fine, or both for subsequent offense.
Shit.
So, I mean, he could have at least gotten a full year.
I know. Like, why 6 months? That
Yeah.
seems
I don't know.
like a year, a nice round number.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a year to think about what you did.
With someone else's private, intimate zones.
Yeah, that's right. Barber told Oregon reporters that the videos he posted of himself and a partner were copyrighted, that he had the right to post them, and that his victim tried to use the videos as blackmail.
I mean, that's not cool if that happened.
I mean, it's not. He's the one that posted them.
Right.
And so how is you posting them? She's trying to blackmail.
Unless she like tried first, like, oh, I'm going to post these if you don't. And he's like, well, fuck, I'm just going to post them anyway.
Yeah, no. Anyways, it's like a likely story. I mean, come on, dude. Luckily, this he said, she said has a slightly different ending than what most of us have become all too accustomed to hearing. I mean, kind of not really. It's still a very Brock Turner outcome in my mind. Give him a full year. And honestly, I think if he posted multiple images or multiple videos, each one should be a separate offense.
Yeah,
So
was
then
it not?
I'm not sure how much or what specifically he posted. There's a lot of it that obviously to kind of protect the person who's already been victimized. It's like obvious. And I wouldn't want to go look at it now if I could, but
yeah. No thanks.
So Benjamin Jay, or BJ, which side note is something I sincerely hope he never receives again. Uploaded not just one, but multiple videos of himself and the woman to various websites of a pornographic nature.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So like I said, I mean, yes, it's more than one. Obviously, I didn't look at them and I hope that nobody can anymore.
I hope so too.
Yeah. Now that we're uploading to YouTube, I almost auto-corrected to corn.
I never heard that until the other day when it was on a reel someone sent me. I don't remember. But it said something about this is, and then it had a corn emoji. And I was like, huh? And I was like, oh, porn?
I love that. Of course, the videos were produced while the two were a couple during what I assume were happier times.
I hope so. I hope she was having fun at least in them.
Yeah. I don't know. By the time good old BJ posts them, it was in the aftermath of their breakup. Not cool, dude.
What do they call that?
Revenge corn.
The revenge of the corn.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, God.
Not cool, dude. Which is actually essentially a direct quote from the judge.
Not cool, dude.
Yeah. She was like, wow. His defense counsel argued that he believed he had the right to do what he wanted with the videos. And also that for some reason he felt like his ex-romantic partner had no particular right to privacy.
Just the fact that you would assume that is like...
Make it make sense.
Entitlement. It's just a man
That's
being entitled.
incel bullshit.
Yes.
Red pill. Here's the thing. All of the reporting indicates that she only discovered the videos existed after he threatened to upload them. So that adds a whole extra layer.
So she didn't know she was being filmed.
That doesn't sound like
fucked. That's fucked.
Yeah. So thanks for making this such a clear-cut case of straight up revenge corn, Beej. Seriously, though, I'm sure the prosecution was ready to come to the table with all the receipts, but it sounds like, I mean, he served it up on a platter.
Wow. He admitted that?
Just the circumstances. Like she did not consent to being recorded in the first place.
Yeah. Not that if you had been, then it makes it right.
No,
but
no. Just because you record it, that doesn't then also give somebody permission to go. Anywho.
But what was she wearing?
Yeah. Ugh. And just in case you were tempted into thinking that this might be an isolated incident for some reason, because you've lived like Bambi in the woods.
Oh.
Although, let's be honest, Bambi didn't have it so easy either.
No.
Like, do you not read or watch the news? I have questions because, yeah, he's not the only dude. Yay.
Not the only dude for like a long time too. Like I'm sure this has been happening forever and ever.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure drawings of naked ladies have been shared amongst men and
yeah. People have them tattooed, which, you know, if it's not of a particular person,
right,
and it's your body, do what you wish. But okay, listen. When we get to it, because yes, obviously there's a whole gaggle of these ridiculous individuals. This is what made me so fucking angry.
I'm scared of Caitlyn right now.
It's not great when I go nonverbal, but that's how you know. Okay. I'm just gonna let you know. This is not a joke. J. David Leatherwood.
I'm not laughing. You said it's not a joke.
It honestly seems like his name is a porn name.
Yeah. Leatherwood.
I can't believe it. Well, he was sentenced to 2 years of probation and 80 hours of community service after entering an amended guilty plea to 3 counts under the revenge porn law in the very same court. So we're not even talking about these are, they're all in the same small local court doing the same exact disgusting shit.
No.
And I'm going to be honest, it's all in a pretty close timeline. So just extrapolating out for how many disgusting instances of this that there must be. I hate it.
This is in Hillsborough still?
Yeah. Yeah. Same court, Hillsborough. This was after he posted sexually explicit images of a woman on the internet, also in July of 2016. Clearly learning nothing from Beej's experience before a judge. With a name like that, he was clearly destined for the adult entertainment industry, but that comes with regulation. So I guess he decided to go another way.
Why don't you just post your own self?
I know, or find somebody else who's interested in the same thing.
Isn't that more fun when they're actually enjoying it and interested in it?
Not if you're garbage. The most egregious and appalling case that I want to touch on briefly comes from also Washington County, where prosecutors charged Patrick Buono with invasion of privacy for taking photos, upskirt photos of a 13-year-old girl in a Beaverton Target store.
That's gross.
It gets grosser because Patrick was a 61-year-old man at the time, which is horrifying, but there's still more because of course there is. I don't want Patrick, the pervert, in my head when I go to Target. But he lives there now, rent-free, because the judge that presided over his case found he'd violated no law.
Isn't that child porn?
Unfortunately, at the time, that was true. He had broken no law.
Was there no child porn laws back then? It wasn't that long ago.
I'm going to get to it.
Oh my God.
Okay.
13. Are you kidding me?
Okay. I just feel like I don't know if there's a way that I can say. I might have to read it off a couple of times because it just takes a minute to wrap your head around how disgusting this justification is. And it's another one of those things where it's we have to put that into law?
Jesus fucking Christ.
No common sense, no decency, just absolute trash. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't even know which way is up in this case, if I'm being honest. The girl was wearing underwear. So Buono's actions constituted neither invasion of privacy nor child pornography.
Wow. I think I just assumed that underwear is still private and taking a picture of a kid in their underwear is still porn, but
right? It's not. And here's the thing. Either way, whether it's an image of a child or of an adult, to me, that constitutes an image that's pornographic in nature. If it's a child, we classify that as child sex abuse materials.
Yeah.
So like just on multiple fronts, just no.
I feel like so I could see people making the argument like it's like a bathing suit or whatever, but I feel like if you're wearing clothes,
right, you
no
didn't
matter
choose to walk out in public
in a bathing suit. Yeah, if you're wearing clothes, if someone is going underneath your clothes without your consent, like that should just be a no-brainer.
Yeah, I'm so glad that we're on the same page here.
Me too. This could have been the end of our friendship if we weren't.
I know, right? Can you imagine? Oh my God. The judge called Bono's behavior lewd and appalling.
Wait, his name is Bono?
I mean, I think it's pronounced Bono.
Bono?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, I'm like, don't ruin Sonny's good name like that, okay?
I know. That's so funny because I kept thinking about that when I was writing this. Anyway, this was major news at the time here in the Pacific Northwest, at least. I remember hearing about this case and I was like, what?
I don't.
Obviously, long before the pod.
Yeah.
Now, this next section I'm lifting directly from the Courthouse News Service article that I found dated December 2nd of 2016. Oregon is among 34 states and the District of Columbia with revenge porn laws on the books. 34.
Not all 51.
I was like, how many states do we have again?
I like to say 51 just to be funny, but it's 50, right?
Do you want me to goog?
Can we guess the states that don't have the revenge porn laws?
Yeah, I mean, I bet you could probably guess.
A lot in the South.
You know when you like know something and then you're like, I actually don't know anything.
Are you looking up if we have 50 states?
Yeah, and this is like a stupid article. It like is not giving me a direct answer. It's like one of the we're gonna have to cut this.
It's 50.
I cannot live with anyone thinking I'm this stupid, but it's like I'm gaslighting myself. 50. Okay.
Yeah. It's 50.
I was like, I can't. I was like, I don't know.
It's a round number. I like to say 51 and see like people's reaction sometimes.
I think that's what threw me off. I was like, 50. Am I forgetting the state? Oh my God. And I do this to myself all the time. I'm like, I know the answer to something. And then the doubt creeps in.
I feel like Texas is too big. We can break it up. We can split it. It could be
Probably
2 separate states. Maybe like 10 separate states.
Yes, that'd be so great.
Austin's its own state.
Yes, obviously. Okay. Oregon is among 34 states and the District of Columbia with revenge porn laws on the books. However, U.S. Representative Jackie Speer, a Democrat from California, introduced the Intimate Privacy Protection Act in Congress, which would make revenge porn a federal crime. Out here just doing the Lord's work.
It should be a federal crime.
Yeah.
It should be a world crime.
Yeah. It should be against the Geneva Convention,
crime
ironically.
Against humanity.
Yes. Yes. I mean, it just makes it so that judges' hands aren't tied in a disgusting case where it's like everything in your body and your brain says like, yuck, 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 yuck. But you can't do anything about it.
That would be so shitty.
I can't even imagine. I feel like that has to really shake people that went into, law enforcement or, the judicial system, hoping to like actually do something meaningful in their career that like has a positive impact on the world.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like a priest who like finds out God's not real. Like,
I mean, it's kind of similar to that.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Civil rights advocates, including the American Civil Liberties Union, have opposed federal legislation against revenge porn, as well as state laws stating that they are overboard and restrict free speech.
To show someone else's body is restricting free speech?
No, The argument here is that the way that it's worded is too broad in some cases. And here I have a quote that kind of expands on like why they feel like that's the case. Okay, so this is a quote. So we know somebody actually said these words, and I'm not making them up, and I don't want to be associated with this, but here we go.
Oh, God.
You shouldn't need a permission slip to post images of horrific torture from Abu Ghraib or the Napalm Girl photograph that contributed mightily to changing American attitudes about the Vietnam War, said ACLU attorney Lee Rowland in a written response to an Arizona law that banned publishing any nude photo without the subject's consent. And in a way, I can understand the argument because I'm not well versed in all of the specifics of what happened at Abu Ghraib, but I do know that there was a lot of just general torture, but there was torture specifically of like a sadistic sexual nature.
Oh.
So again, in that instance, is it wrong to publish something that basically sheds light on that horrific situation? That's such a difficult, but one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, I feel like they're very different, but that's still like a person that was tortured and had horrible things done to them. And like, how are they? I don't know if they're passed on, but like, how would they feel about that being shared? I don't know.
It is difficult. Yeah, I feel like depending on whether it's posthumous or the person is still alive, that maybe has an impact on how people feel about whether or not those images should be shared. I think specifically when it comes to sharing those types of images in a journalistic capacity, there are things that can be done in order to protect the identity of that individual. So that the message about like, you know, as he's saying, you know, horrific torture, so that things like that can be brought to light, but also with, you know, respect to a victim. The difference is that none of these guys, you know, like Benjamin, good old Beach, he's not blurring the face of his ex-girlfriend who he recorded without her knowledge.
Yeah, there has to be like language you can put into the law. Like they're smart people. They can figure out a way to write in but I do agree that I guess that is really broad and it should have
it's like,
something.
Quick, we need an English major.
Yeah. We need Caitlyn. She can write the
I know. Get a lawyer and an English major in a room together. Or better yet, maybe a lawyer who was also an English major in their undergrad, you know? Fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's that hard. A federal judge in Arizona ordered the state to stop enforcing that law last year in a settlement with a coalition of publishers, librarians, and photographers. Listen, I'm here for free the nipple if that's what the owner of said nipple so desires. But you have to admit that the fact that laws in the US and in any particular state in question didn't prevent something like this from happening to an unsuspecting minor, a child, that's problematic.
So they didn't change the law. They just like got rid of it entirely.
To my knowledge, at least at the time when this is something that certainly in the last few months since I first started researching this case, it's possible that there could have been a change to that. I'm not really perusing Arizona case precedent and stuff like on the daily,
but still that happened.
Yeah. Yeah. Hot take, but if you don't know the difference between shit like upskirt videos, which is what legislation like this is intended to criminalize, along with revenge porn, versus images of war crimes, etc., that really should be covered under free speech to protect the integrity of journalism. There's no amount of legislating that will help your sick, dumb ass.
Man.
Again, we shall continue to have exactly 0 nice things in this reality. Kind of makes you hope we are living in a simulation. I know. Oh, man. Okay.
I can't wait for the next simulation, you guys.
When do we move on to the, what do we have to do? Do you think if we go to the Scientology place where you were, cursing out Tom Cruise, how much do you have to donate to move into the next reality?
I don't know. Should we go ask?
Probably.
Should we go get our things read?
It's worth a shot.
I really want to.
God,
I want to so bad.
No, I just listen.
I want a fake ID though, so I can if they ask for my ID, because they probably will, right? I don't want them to know my true identity.
Yeah.
Not like they can't take a picture of my face and Google image search it and now it's all over
I know,
YouTube.
It was whoopsies. Yeah.
That's the girl that flipped off Tom Cruise in the video camera outside of our building in downtown Portland.
Wow. Yeah. They've got the time and the resources, so.
And the tiny Tom.
Yeah. And the tiny Tom.
I almost said tiny Tim.
I thought you were going to refer to something else tiny, but I was just, I don't know. I just automatically.
I would never talk about their dicks like that, Caitlyn. How dare you?
Okay. Sorry.
Also, fun fact. No, maybe I shouldn't.
What?
I was like, well, I'm sitting here staring at my new computer mat and it's got just dicks all over it. They're mushrooms.
And by that, she means mushrooms. Yeah. We got you a new desk pad.
This is a very naked episode.
Yeah. Yeah. I know we're going to have to post some pictures of your dick mat.
It's so cute. It's got a really skull on it.
Yeah. It's very Cassie.
Dicks and skulls and moths.
Okay. Enough ASMR. Case in point was the petition for post-conviction relief that was filed. Okay. This is the part that really fucking got me. Just I was at that level of rage where you're just laughing, kind of maniacally, you just hatched your new villain era plan. Okay. So just.
I want a video. You need to start recording yourself doing research.
Oh my God. No, I can't.
You could put together what are those
a little compilation?
Yeah, but when they take photos every, I don't know.
Oh, those photo progression things. Yeah. Oh boy.
I feel like a video would be better, but
yeah. No, but I think I know what you're going for, and I cannot participate.
It'd be so funny.
I don't know. Maybe I can figure out a way to make it work, but okay. So speaking of how we have 0 nice things in this reality, case in point was the petition for post-conviction relief that was filed by the 2 numbskulls already mentioned, along with a third petitioner named Jacob Patrick Holton. He spells Jacob stupid.
Oh, really? Is it like a Q situation?
No, it's Jaycob.
Oh.
Jacob.
I want to see a Jacob.
Jacob. I would like that. I can get with that. This guy just sucks and he spells his name like Jacob. Anyways.
If you don't suck and spell your name like that, you're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. It's really just about the fuckery on his other areas of life. I looked into him a little bit, and I'll be honest, this topic just pissed me off so much that I decided not to tug at that thread. But apparently, he's likely living in the Tigard area of Oregon. So just a heads up on that. These morons filed the petition challenging the constitutionality of their convictions, but ultimately, the petition was dismissed because, and you just cannot make this shit up, Although petitioner Barber names 2 additional petitioners in the caption of the petition, neither of these 2 individuals submitted the $5 filing fee or an in forma pauperis application or signed the petition. So like literally couldn't come up with $10 and figure it the fuck out to sign a piece of paper.
Interesting.
Accordingly, the court dismisses the claims of petitioners Leatherwood and Holton. The remainder of the reasons that the petition were dismissed are equally fucking dumb. The court notes that petitioner initiated this action by filing a petition for post-conviction relief under Oregon revised statutes, and I won't read it all out. It's not that interesting. If you need the serial code, let me know. Hit me up. Which he seeks to remove to this court under another lengthy serial code. It's a thing. First, a challenge to the legality of a state court conviction may be brought in federal court only through an application for a writ of habeas corpus pursuant to another legal code. Second, the removal statute cited by petitioner Barber applies only to the removal of a civil action in which any party asserts a claim for relief arising under any act of Congress relating to patents, plant variety protections, or copyrights. The petition for state post-conviction relief referenced by petitioner Barber does not fall within the purview of said statute, code, thing, the law. Third, and it mentions that this same very fancy code, maybe I should name her, vests in the district court original jurisdiction of any civil action arising under any act of Congress relating to patents. Document filed 1/2/2019, page 3 of 5, plant variety protection, copyrights, and trademarks. As with the removal statute, petitioner's claims do not fall within the purview. Basically, don't be a dumbass and represent yourself, especially if you're guilty. He pulled some fucking Ted Bundy shit here. He thought he was so smart.
Why do people think that it didn't work out for Teddy Boy?
Like who does this guy think he is? Monsanto?
I don't know who that is.
They're the people that do the genetically modified seeds and shit and are ruining single-handedly, essentially, our agricultural industry and probably our immune systems and a lot of other. It's debatable. Maybe. Also, you're not a plant or someone trying to patent anything plant-based.
Right. I was very confused by all that.
Yeah. If you need me to record another like little clip to like fix this, because it was so ridiculous, but I was like, I don't know how to shorten it. Like, it's like this huge block of text about this. And I'm just like, how do I, oh my God. I Home Alone. I was like, oh, it was so bad. It's so bad. You're so stupid.
Oh.
You're so stupid. You stupid little plant.
I mean, that's good though.
You're too dumb to understand how to thwart the legal consequences of your actions, bruh. And also, apparently your friends agree to the extent that they wouldn't even risk $5 on the petition.
Yeah.
Like, did they just not get each other's numbers to like, coordinate? Like,
it's so funny.
There's a couple more pages of legalese, but I think we've mined for the gold. We found the nuggets that are worth anything.
We found the butt nuggets.
Butt nuggets. Beach told the Oregonian after his sentencing that he uploaded the videos in April along with all of the data and files he had on a personal server. He said he was contemplating suicide at the time and published all the items because he wanted to memorialize all the things that I had done.
Okay. The including the illegal things? things?
I guess, yeah. Well, again, remember, he doesn't think that it's illegal. Right. It's just, just goes back to that's some incel shit. I'll leave you with this excerpt from a 2021 paper entitled "The Role of Torts in the Fight Against Non-Consensual Pornography." Riveting. By Lindsay Holcomb from the University of Pennsylvania. So you be the judge. 93% of the victims of non-consensual porn are female, and images of women make up the vast majority of content posted on websites dedicated to non-consensual pornography. I'm going to say that again. Websites dedicated to non-consensual pornography.
It's not okay.
Men are twice as likely to have shared non-consensual porn than women, and women are 2.5 times as likely to have been threatened with non-consensual porn. People between the ages of 18 and 25 are far more likely to have perpetrated revenge porn than people in other age groups, while people between the ages of 34 and 41 have reported the highest levels of lifetime victimization by non-consensual porn. Finally, non-consensual porn is perpetrated against sexual minorities at rates slightly higher than against individuals who identify as heterosexual. Because, of course, all of these statistics speak to the dominant social force driving the non-consensual dissemination of intimate images. The exercise of mastery, coercion, and control by advantaged groups over the less powerful. The fucking patriarchy.
Literally.
She found the classiest way to say it, other than just the fucking patriarchy.
Like, this is pretty good timing for this episode.
Yeah. I know. Just worked out that way. I've had this written for months.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're saying here is that, as with other true crime topics, unfortunately, facts of life here, people. Sorry, not sorry, because I didn't do it. Perpetrators are disproportionately male, and also fuck the fucking patriarchy.
Say it one more time.
Fuck the fucking patriarchy. Fuck you. The same way that sexual assault is rarely really as much about sex as we might think, as it is about control. Surely it must be obvious that these crimes, based largely on the internet, really are too. It's just about having a sense of ownership or control over something that does not belong to you.
I don't understand the obsession. Like, you have control over yourself. Is that not enough for people?
Not for everyone. That's all I have. Besides a burning desire to shower and scrub myself with steel wool.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the documentary I watched with like the U Up website and the Swiffer girl and like.
When I watched this, it was, when I watched that documentary, it happened to be right around the same time as I was writing these notes.
And I think I texted you about it and you're like, bitch.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, that was a hard thing to watch.
Yeah, it was really awful.
Especially with like the Swiffer girl one, because like she took the video and like sent it to someone, but then like they passed it around like the school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, she sent it, but not with the intention of like having everyone in the world see it and it end up on the internet.
And honestly, I feel like, so I mean, not an apples to apples situation, but I feel like this sort of makes me think of when it comes to like drug enforcement laws, right? There are quantities that are by statute specified as like for personal use versus if you have certain types of paraphernalia or a certain quantity of substance of choice, that is considered, with its intent to distribute.
Right.
It's dissemination, which is like, that's the difference in that case as well. It's like, okay, well, that was for personal use and you intended to distribute.
And she was underage too. So like it was obviously like child porn, but that's a really good. I was thinking, I don't know if they like addressed this in the documentary, not it's been so long, but like if you're a child taking pictures or video of your own self, is that considered you having porn if it's of yourself?
I would imagine that is sort of like case by case, because every jurisdiction is going to be different, right? But I'm not aware of any case where that has actually, they don't typically go after a minor for that.
It would be a weird thing to go after, I feel like, but it just was like a thought in my head. It's like, wait, is it?
It gets into a very tricky gray area. I do know that there are instances where law enforcement has essentially said, like, I mean, this is child porn, so like you could be charged.
Damn.
I know that technically by the letter of the law in some places, people have been told like you could be charged for this. I don't know that I am aware of any cases where that was actually successfully carried out.
Man,
that feels like a gross mischaracterization in just that you're victimizing a person all over again. If in the instance, like you were talking about with the documentary, it
was a hard one.
Yeah.
Well, I better go burn all of my teenage titty pictures. So I don't get arrested. No, just kidding. I think I do have one. I have one, but I think I was 18 when I took it.
Okay.
But you know, you have to like take them periodically and save them so that you can remember how beautiful you were.
Oh,
and how perky.
I've heard so many people say that, like, take all of the nudes while you're, while you're young. Too late.
You can't go back.
No, I'm ancient.
No, you got to take them now too, because when you're 80, you're gonna be like, dang, look at them year old boobies.
I'm sorry. Did you say?
Sorry, are you not
29? I thought we were going.
I aged you. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
We'll bleep it out.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
Where's
you should.
the censor button? Fuck. We don't want anyone to know how old Caitlyn is.
Yeah. I'm basically a fetus.
Well,
I guess, should we do some tarot? I feel like that might make us feel better.
Yeah, let's do some tarot.
Okay.
Some titty tarot.
So pleased with herself.